Hello, PS101, and welcome to a special presentation of BTV. I'm Juliet. Today, we have the privilege of sitting down with Jessica Tisch, New York City Department of Sanitation Commissioner, to talk about composting and sustainability. Ms. Tisch is widely recognized as a dynamic and proactive leader and has consistently achieved remarkable outcomes for the people of New York City throughout her professional journey. She has spearheaded groundbreaking advancements in policing technology within the NYPD and initiated crucial pandemic programs aimed at assisting New Yorkers, which has been highly impactful. Jessica Tisch's influential contributions can be witnessed throughout every corner of New York City. Please welcome the New York City Department of Sanitation's Commissioner, Jessica Tisch, to BTV. It's very nice to meet you and have you here with us today, live and in person in Studio B at PS101.
Thank you for having me.
There are about 8.5 million people who live in New York City that produce a lot of waste. What is it about New York City that makes you want to clean that?
Well, New York City is the greatest city in the world. Our neighborhoods are the greatest neighborhoods in the world. And I believe that every person, and certainly all 8.5 million New Yorkers, deserve the dignity of beautiful, clean, vibrant communities.
Hi, Ms. Tisch. My name is Nellie. It's a pleasure to have you on with us today. Reducing waste in New York City is a huge challenge for everyone, because we all share this responsibility to make sure our city and communities are clean. With that, the Department of Sanitation has implemented a new composting program that includes food scraps and yard waste. First, what is composting, and why is this program so important? And what may be some of the challenges that you face with it?
So composting is the process where we take food and stuff from our yards, and instead of sending it to a landfill where it sits for years and years and years and produces methane gas, which is terrible for the environment, instead of all of it going to landfill, we want to take the food waste and the yard waste, and we want to produce soil out of it or renewable energy out of it. And so it's a double win. It doesn't sit in the landfill producing methane, and we get soil or renewable energy out of it.
Thank you.
Hi, Ms. Tisch. My name is Sandy. Sustainability and composting are a part of New York State science curriculum for many grades, especially during the month of April when we celebrate Earth Day. You once said, the work around sustainability couldn't be more important. Do you feel educating people, especially students like me, is the first step in the sustainability plan?
I know it's the first step in the sustainability plan. Let me tell you something. Every day, New Yorkers throw out 24 million pounds of stuff. And at the Department of Sanitation, our sanitation workers collect all of that. We know that 1/3 of the stuff that is in the trash bags is food or yard waste. That means 8 million pounds of food and yard waste a day that we can take out of the landfill and make renewable energy out of and make soil out of. But when I was growing up, composting wasn't really a thing. When I was your age, they were teaching us in school how to recycle, how to separate out our metal, our glass, our plastic, and our paper. And so adults who are my age, they're not really on the front lines of composting. But if we can teach students in our schools about the benefits of composting, then those students can bring it home to their adults and their families and their parents. And so it is now the work and the responsibility of all of you, of your classmates here, to learn about composting, and not just to learn about it, to bring it home to your families so that your adults will also understand the importance of composting.
Hi, Ms. Tisch. As you know, my name is Benjamin. It's a pleasure to have you with us today on BTV. If the plan is to have everyone composting in New York City, will that also include schools down the road? If so, what do you think the process will be, and how do you foresee students pitching in?
So absolutely, we need to have everyone in New York City composting, and most importantly, we need all of the schools in New York City composting. So I am so excited to tell you here that by the end of next school year, we are going to have every school in New York City composting. That is real news for your news show, and you're hearing it here first. So the Department of Sanitation is making all preparations to start collecting composting from school every day. And we're going to come next school year and we're going to work with your teachers and your administrators and the people who work in your cafeterias to explain the process of how you separate out the food waste, to train the students as well. And so next school year, in every school in New York City, students will be separating out their food waste, and the Department of Sanitation will come and collect it, and we're going to create soil out of it. And then you know what we're going to do? We're going to return the soil to the schools so that if schools have gardens or things that they want to plant, they can use the soil that their food waste produced to benefit the school. And that is really important. The whole thing is a cycle.
Thank you. I'm sure that will be very beneficial for many schools.
Without any doubt.
Well, this has been a lot of fun, and we've learned a lot today about composting and sustainability. But before we end, we're going to play a game we like to call Input Output. I'm going to say something, and you're going to give us the very first thing that comes to your mind.
Oh, no, Benjamin.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Nathan's famous hot dog on Coney Island, or New York style pizza in Little Italy?
New York style pizza, Little Italy.
Okay. Favorite thing about New York City?
People.
What was the proudest moment of your career?
When I was appointed commissioner of the Department of Sanitation, it had always been my dream to run the Department of Sanitation because the mission is so essential and the work is so important. And so the proudest day of my career was when Mayor Adams made me sanitation commissioner.
As commissioner, what's harder or most worrisome? An impending major snowstorm to clean up, or cleaning your own house before everyone comes over for Thanksgiving?
Oh, they're both. Can I answer both? Is that a fair answer? They both are very important to do. But there's one other thing that's really important, which is cleaning up the city and getting all the trash off the streets.
Why would you say they're all very important?
Well, my house needs to be clean, of course, especially when I'm having my family over. You know, my mother really doesn't like a dirty household, so I can't have her over if it's dirty. Snow, New Yorkers, when it snows, they want the snow off the streets. New Yorkers need to be able to move around the city in whatever weather conditions they want. Nothing Mother Nature can't slow us down. And so the department needs to do everything we can to help New Yorkers move around in snow. And cleaning the streets, so important for the reasons that we talked about earlier. We need clean, healthy, vibrant, dignified communities.
Thank you. What's the most challenging part of your job?
The most challenging part of my job is the huge responsibility that I have, not just overseeing a workforce of 10,000 heroes. There are 10,000 members of the Department of Sanitation who come to work every day to serve New York City. But the responsibility, the service that they provide is the essential service. If you think about it, if the Department of Sanitation doesn't do our jobs for one day, everyone in the city notices because the city looks dirtier. If we don't do it for 2 or 3 days, then that becomes a public health crisis. You can't have all of the trash backing up on the streets. It would affect everyone's health. So it's a huge responsibility.
Best advice that anyone ever gave you, and what was it?
My mother is an educator, and she really believes very strongly in the value of hard work and also in the value of public service, meaning working for the city. And I will say it has been the greatest honor and pleasure of my life, and frankly, the greatest fortune of my life, to be working in city government, following my mother's lead in public service.
Last question. Press conference at Gracie Mansion or BTV interview at PS101?
BTV interview, without any doubt.
Well, great answers. We hope you had fun playing along with us. Hope you enjoy it.
Well, this has been a very special experience for us, and we want to thank the New York City Department of Sanitation Commissioner for spending the time with us today. We've learned a lot and cannot thank you enough for this amazing opportunity.
Thank you so much for having me.
For Benjamin, Nellie, Samvi, Mr. Hyman, and all of us here at PS101 and BTV, I'm Juliet. As always, have a beautiful day, and thanks for spending part of your day with us. Bye, everyone.
Bye.